successful countries in the history of the Africa Cup of Nations duel it out for a place in the final at the Olembe Stadium. Well, two teams who've never before won the Africa Cup of Nations are now just one game away from the deciding match. Now, Mane, it's got to be over now! And Sadio Mane in the combination. And Senegal with number 2. Egypt are further in the lead, closer to the final. Oh, it's all over. He misses. Cameroon are out. Egypt are through to the final.
أحمد كميندي قار تفاضل متى مندي ينتسب وجقنا ساديو ماني تندرجر اسكوتر سنغال لمجمع ጊዜ የአፍሪካን ዋንጫ ወስዳለች። የግብጾች የፍጹም ቅጣት ምት ቀመር በሜንዲ እጆች ተሽሯል።
Unforgettable scenes from Cameroon now. These are the beautiful scenes from the city of Johannesburg. And almost 40 years later, Africa's single biggest event will return on Ivorian soil when the country hosts the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations 2023. That long wait will be over soon. 44 nations today begin the countdown to AFCON with the group stages of the competition that will lead the top 24 nations in Africa battling for the ultimate prize of being named Kings of African Football. And with a record 150 territories and hundreds of millions watching the recent event in Cameroon, which was won by current holders Senegal, it was an unbelievable event. It was spectacular to watch. And now, let me, Thomas Mlambo, say good evening, Africa. Bonsoir. Bienvenue. Welcome to the Cote d'Ivoire Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations 2023 qualifying draw. Coming to you live from South Africa in Johannesburg. We are live on all the CAF platforms, CAF TV on YouTube, CAFonline.com, and Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Who are our partners? Join the global conversation using the hashtag. Here's that hashtag, guys. It's hashtag Total Energies AFCON 23. Now, before we look into the future, let us revisit the past and check out the highlights of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations Cameroon 2021.
Three weight in the middle, including Abu Bakr. Shot on goal.
Comoros with a great opportunity.
Dede Ayew, good turn. Is he going to get the shot in? That is a strike of some power. Super goal from Dede Ayew.
And the shot, and it's spilled. And Andre Ayew was in there, but the whistle's gone. He is going to reach into his pocket, and it is a red card. Changama, and still gets the shot away. And Comoros have a second, and is that the end of Ghana's Nations Cup in 2021.
The chance still might be here for Iheanacho, and what a finish that is by Kelechi Iheanacho to give the Super Eagles of Nigeria the lead against Egypt.
Al Sulaya looking for Salah. Salah scores! Mohamed Salah is being virtually anonymous in this game, and Egypt's able to break through finally.
Douala at the wonderful Japoma Stadium, where two-time African champions Cote d'Ivoire take on two-time winners of the past and the defending champions Algeria. The Elephants stampeding once again. Oh, it's another goal! You can't believe it. There it is in the back of the net. Cote d'Ivoire, number 3.
Crossover, tries to finish it. Egypt with Trezeguet. Mahmoud Trezeguet. They have come from behind to take the lead in stoppage time.
When the Lions of Teranga mix with some national lightning, the outcome should be electric. It's a beautiful through ball. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Of course it is. It is absolutely beautiful.
Chance here for number 3. Sadio Mane and the goalkeeper, Sadio Mane. It is in there, strikes the upright. Wide of goal. Oh, he's given it away. Bad error. Mo Salah. And Onana to the rescue. That was a chance. Salah looked for all money to be away. Long range shot. Oh, my word. An effort from some distance out. Red card for Carlos Queiroz. He will miss the deciding game. Big responsibility for a 24-year-old defender. Another brilliant save by Abu Gamal. Oh, it's all over. He misses. Cameroon are out. Egypt are through to the final.
Sadio Mane, Abu Jabal Ali, Mohamed Salah ወደ ቀኝ ከዞረ በተቃራኒ ወደ ግራ ይመታል። ሜንዲ ይህንን ያውቃል። መሐመድ አህመድ ከሜንዲ ጋር ተፋጧል። መታ ሜንዲ ያልታሰበው ጀግና የአፍሪካን ዋንጫ ወደ ዳካር ለማምጣት ሳዲዮ ማኔ ተንደረደረ፣ አስቆጠረ። ሴኔጋል ለመጀመሪያ ጊዜ የአፍሪካን ዋንጫ ወስዳለች። ከዚህ ሰዓት ጀምሮ ሴኔጋላውያን የአፍሪካ እግር ኳስ 15ኛ ይፋዊ ሻምፒዮን መሆናቸውን አረጋግጠዋል። ሴኔጋል አዲሲቷ አሸናፊ ሀገር።
Thank you very much. Merci infiniment. Akeba, Osoko, Pepiemote.
You know, my producer keeps saying, walk slowly, don't go too quickly, but it's impossible because here it is, the beautiful Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations, currently belonging to the Lions of Teranga, that they won on the 6th of February 2022, beating Egypt in that epic final in Yaoundé. It was unforgettable, a tournament that had so many talking points, and it was also the year when the king of the African football jungle, Sadio Mane, delivered. And he walked away with the player of the tournament, erasing the pain of that Teranga Lions team of 2002, likes of Tony Silva, Al Hadji Diouf, men like Aliou Cisse. That Senegalese team deserved this trophy in 2022, and many records were broken that ended that Senegal long wait for glory on the African continent. Now, 2 weeks ago, when the CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, visited Cote d'Ivoire, he assured the world that the country's preparations are on track and the 6 stadiums that will host the competitions are shaping up. So let's look at what the country has to offer, including the building blocks, the journey in constructing world-class stadiums, and so much more. Strap yourselves in, Africa. Let's have our first glimpse of what it looks like in Cote d'Ivoire, the hosts for the next Africa Cup of Nations in 2023. that is what readiness looks like. That is what the stadia look like for the next Africa Cup of Nations. And the Africa Cup of Nations is not just about the 52 matches, but it's an opportunity to position the host to a global audience. And for 4 weeks next year, Cote d'Ivoire will be in the spotlight. Football fans from all over the continent and outside will descend to Abidjan and other host cities. And it's an important part of the draw now to meet some of the African football legends as they come out onto the stage to give you their perspective and to be part of tonight's massive draw. Let me first of all introduce to you a man who captained his country in 2 FIFA World Cups. In 1998, the very first time his country went to the World Cup, and in 2002 in Korea and Japan. He then lifted the Africa Cup of Nations in 1996. At Leeds United, he had a distinguished career as the captain of Leeds. He was known there as Chief, but to South Africans, we know him as Roo. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Radebe.
This is Lucas Radebe making his first appearance in the Premiership.
The green jersey just went on my head. It covered my head, and when I lifted, it was the goalkeeper's jersey.
Brought on Radebe. Good shot. Good save, and he's pleased about it.
And having had a God-given talent, I've never gone to school to learn about football, sit behind the desk and write about football. It's a blessing. The referee, Alan Wilkie, came to me and congratulated me. I love defending. That was my specialty.
Lucas has always upheld the highest values of sportsmanship and fair play combined with sporting excellence.
The cheap don't score many. I give them some stick, I do, and I've given them some stick in there. I said, all the stick you've answered me, you saved them for the big occasion.
Looking good. And to those UK fans, they called you Radebe. We know you as Radebe. Lucas, there was no confusion back in the day, right? Skillful defender. Good to have you right here in South Africa for the draw. How are you feeling tonight?
No, I'm feeling great and excited about the draw. Thomas. Yeah.
Looking great.
I know in one of these spots, we've got Bafana.
Actually,
so
let's just talk about that very quickly before they come up.
Yeah.
You are going to be responsible for bringing South Africa into the draw today.
Responsible, you say?
Yeah, no, it's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. But my next draw assistant, he represented his country in 93 occasions, scoring 27 goals. He has been to 2 FIFA World Cups. In 2015, when his country won the AFCON, he scored one of the winning penalties. He was like a hero there. I mean, he came on as a substitute with 4 minutes to go, scores a penalty in the shootout. They lift the trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, former Chelsea and Ivorian striker, King Solomon Kalou.
Solomon Kalou! Oh my word! The catalog of absolute standard! Cross and the hitter, and the managed to stick it away!
Saved by Carson. Kalou in for the rebound. And it has turned around.
Oh my word!
Still looking good, still looking like he can give us 90 minutes of football. Solomon Kalou, the man from Cote d'Ivoire. Solomon, it's good to have you with us here. Let's get the first thing, the question that people are asking out of the way.
Yeah.
Are you done with football, retired, or still have the legs to carry on?
I'm still in transition, so I'm waiting, you know.
See a football
but
term.
I mean, I've been playing for so long that it's also good to have a year off and see what can happen.
He was playing in Brazil last year. He's still in, you hear that term, transition. Football in everything. He only thinks football, Lucas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of football left in him.
Did you play against each other at any time in your careers?
I didn't get the chance to play against him, but I watched him when I was little.
Yeah, very youngster.
Oh, no, he
watched me on telly, so...
On DVDs, more like it. See, he caught your DVDs. Your VHSs, Lucas.
I did saw the cup that they won in 96. And that was a great team. I think this team inspired us and our generation. So,
gentlemen, I applaud you both for your contribution to African football. Thank you very much for being with us tonight. Now, let me get to you, Solomon, because you're the host nation. You're the man that I need to start out with here. And when the last time that Cote d'Ivoire hosted an African Cup of Nations, you were 1 year old. You could barely walk. Yeah. It's coming back to your country. How does that feel? Your thoughts on being the host nation?
It feels great. I think we are a country of hospitality, so we are waiting to receive all our brothers from all over the countries. And I think it's going to be fun because Ivorians love football and we want to stake that competition so everybody can have fun.
And for the host nation, they want to do better than they did in Cameroon, right? You went out against Egypt.
When you play at home, you get extra power. And I think Lucas can say it better because the first time they play here, they won. So I think they're still a young team. They are looking for the mark. We have to find the balance between the old player and the new player. And I think we have a chance to win.
Lucas, I mean, Solomon talks about 1996. It's been a long time. In fact, the last Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon, South Africa were not there. How do we go about, given the world that Africa's watching South Africa now, how do we do it? How do we make sure the team is better?
No, I think, to be honest, I think the first thing is the fans must rally behind the team and Hugo Bros. And that's what we need. And then give him the time, because I think we haven't had really great preparations. We haven't really a good team that can be consistent and can participate and compete, in this level. But we have a chance. I think now is the time that we can get the players together. It's the time that we can get the team that we look forward to winning things.
All right, let's see if that's going to be that team. Now, let's get to the main event. Please help me welcome the man who will be conducting this draw, CAF Director of Competitions, Samson Adamu. Here he comes. The man that all of Africa cannot wait to hear from, the man that all of Africa will be looking to guide them on the journey to the Cup of Nations. Mr. Adamu, it's a pleasure to be with you tonight.
Thank you very much, Thomas. And of course, it's good to see you back on African football after about a decade, that's it?
I can't wait. Stretching, being ready. I'm ready.
Exactly,
Please,
you're
take
ready
it
to play. Thank you very much. I will take it off from here. And good evening to all our viewers from wherever you are. And before starting with the draw proceedings, on behalf of CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe, I would like to congratulate the 6 teams that qualified from the preliminary rounds and to wish the 48 teams all the best in their campaign for the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations, Cote d'Ivoire 2023. And of course, thank you to Lucas and to Solomon, who will be assisting us with the draw this evening. And as you can see, there are 4 pots on stage. They contain the 48 teams that will be participating in the draw today that both Lucas and Solomon will be revealing to us very shortly. And as the teams are drawn, they will be placed into the groups alphabetically from Group A all the way to Group L. Now, without wasting too much time, let us have a look at a video presentation of the draw procedures.
Hello, everyone. As the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations is only a year away, here's how the upcoming qualifiers will be set up, with a new system now in place. According to the FIFA ranking issued on the 31st of March 2022, the 48 teams you see will take part in the qualifiers. There will be 12 groups, marked A to L, each containing 4 teams. As for the draw, 12 teams have each been placed in 4 pots based on their FIFA rankings, with the top 12 in 1 pot, and the rest going into pots 2, 3, and 4. The first ball will be drawn from pot 4, with the team placed in position A4. The same thing will be done for every team in pot 4, with the rest of the teams being placed fourth in every group. The same process will take place across pots 3, 2, and 1, with each of the teams being placed in their corresponding position in each group. The group's first and second placed teams, excluding the host team's group, will qualify directly to the tournament. The host will qualify regardless of where they finish, alongside whichever team finishes first. Only in case the host finish first will the second placed team qualify. Thank you for watching, and best of luck to all the teams involved.
As you can see, the rules are very simple and straightforward. However, I would like to draw your attention to 3 very important draw constraints that we have for today's draw. The first one, as the video explained, the host Cote d'Ivoire will be participating in the draw this evening, and they have already qualified, so the teams in this group will only have 1 team that is making it out of the group. So for example, in case Cote d'Ivoire is the first, the second in the group would qualify. In case the first in the group will qualify. The second draw constraint is that Kenya and Zimbabwe, who are currently suspended by FIFA, would also be included in the draw despite their temporary ban. As a result, the two teams cannot be drawn in the same group to avoid having a group with only two teams. And lastly, Sao Tome and Principe and Mauritius have both been included in the draw despite awaiting the outcome of a disciplinary proceedings. Now that the explanations are over, before drawing the first ball, let us have one last look at the pots. In pot number 4, we have the teams as follows. We have Tanzania, Central Africa, Sudan, Rwanda, Burundi, Ethiopia, Eswatini, Lesotho, Botswana, Liberia, South Sudan, Sao Tome and Principe. And in pot number 3, we have Namibia, Mauritania, Guinea-Bissau, Niger, Libya, Mozambique, Malawi, Togo, Zimbabwe, The Gambia, Angola, and Comoros. And in pot number 2, we have South Africa, Cape Verde, Guinea, Gabon, Benin, Uganda, Congo, Guinea Equatorial, Kenya, Sierra Leone. And finally, in pot number 1, we have Senegal, Nigeria, Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, Cameroon, Algeria, Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Ghana, and Congo DRC. We will start the draw from pot number 4, the lowest ranked teams with Lucas standing, and then we'll move all the way to pot number 3, where Solomon is. He will start, move to pot number 2 with Lucas, and we would finish with Solomon with pot number 1. And now we will start the draw. Lucas, you're going to do us the honors by picking the first team from pot number 4, the team that will go into Group A in position A4. We would empty pot 4, and all the teams in there would occupy the 4th position from Group A all the way to Group L, and then we can start the draw. You ready, Lucas?
Yep.
I'm going to ask you also, Solomon, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, let's start the show. Lucas, over to you.
Thank you. Sao Tome and Principe or Mauritius.
Very well said. As I mentioned, there's a disciplinary proceedings on this match, and then the outcome will be revealed after the disciplinary proceedings. And Sao Tome and Principe or Mauritius will be in Group A in position A4. And now for Group B in position B4, Lucas.
Eswatini.
Eswatini will be in Group B. Eswatini have never participated in the African Cup of Nations final. They beat Somalia in the preliminary rounds to qualify to the group stage. And let's see if they will be making it out of the group. They will be in Group B in position B4. And for Group C, Lucas.
Burundi.
Burundi will be in Group C. Burundi qualified for their first African Cup of Nations in 2019 in Egypt. They will surely be giving it all their best to make it to Cote d'Ivoire. They will be in Group C in position C4. And for Group D, Lucas?
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia will be in Group D. Ethiopia have 11 participation in the African Cup of Nations. They'll be looking to repeat their qualification journey of 2021 when they were in Cameroon and hopefully breaking out of the group stage for the very first time. They will be in Group D in position D4. And for Group E, Lucas?
Yep.
Eagles. They have 20 appearances in the African Cup of Nations, and they have appeared 15 consecutive times since 1994. They have the longest streak in the qualification for the African Cup of Nations, and they also won the competition on home soil in 2004, and they would also be going to the World Cup. They'll be completing Group J, joining Guinea Equatorial, Libya, and Botswana. And for Group K, second to the last team in pot number 1, Solomon.
Morocco.
Morocco, the Atlas Lions, they have 18 appearances in the African Cup of Nations, and they've won the competition in 1976. They'll be completing Group A, joining Bafana, Zimbabwe, and Liberia. And to complete our draw for this evening, Solomon?
I feel like I know the team already, but let's try. Let's see.
The Lions of Teranga, our defending champions, they've had an amazing record in the African Cup of Nations, especially in the last 3 editions, where they reached the quarterfinals in 2017. They were the finalists in 2019, and finally they won the competition in 2021. And Senegal would also be going to the World Cup in Qatar. They'll be completing Group I, and our draw this evening, joining Benin, Mozambique, and Rwanda. And that completes our draw. I would like to thank both of you. It was a long draw, but extremely exciting draw. Oh, yes. I think we're going to have some really exciting matches for the qualification and African Cup of Nations. And just to announce to the audience that the administration of CAF will be releasing the fixtures very shortly, and to see what teams will be playing in June. And from my side, I would like to thank both of you. It's been an honor to be conducting this draw with you. From our side, we can only wish all the teams all the best.
Good luck
in their road to Total Energies African Cup of Nations Cote d'Ivoire 2023. I will leave you in the capable hands of Thomas just to have a review of the group. And thank you from my side, and have a good evening. Thomas, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adamu. Thank you for that draw. I can't tell you, you used the word exciting. Lucas as well as Solomon will join me here, because I was excited. I was looking at the permutations and saying to myself, not that team, not this one. Please don't put Cote d'Ivoire in the group as far as South Africa is concerned, because you know, you only have one team coming through in terms of that group where Cote d'Ivoire is. So that is going to be a very interesting situation there in Group H, where Cote d'Ivoire, Zambia, Comoros, and Lesotho are placed. And, well, when Bafana came up, Lucas, yeah, we'll have to talk afterwards there. We'll have to have a little bit of a conversation. But there is confirmation of the groups. Group A has Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Bissau, as well as Sao Tome or Mauritius in the group. And let's get a chance to get a sense of these gentlemen's perspective on what they think there. When we look at Nigeria, they are clearly the class of that group. And, well, Solomon, I'm pretty sure they'd be feeling very comfortable in terms of how that group has gone.
It's a good group. I think Nigeria is always a team who always qualifies, so they will be the favorite of the group.
Clear.
And the second place, the place is open.
Second place, you still feel is up for grabs?
Yeah, it's open for the all 3 teams.
Group B, let's what the situation is there in the next group and see exactly how it looks as far as Group K. So let's go to Group K and see what is happening in Group K. That's the group that sees South Africa involved. Hakimi with his free kicks for Morocco.
He's respectable.
Hey, Lucas. Marandota, look at that group.
No, but
there's a local derby even in the mix.
I know, but I think we're capable. I think we just need to beat Morocco. Our neighbors, we can deal with them. You know, some of them they're here. So, no. You know, but it's a good group to be in. To be honest.
You're okay with that? You feel there's?
I think I'm confident.
Confident.
So I'm confident.
Solomon, do you share the confidence?
Yeah, Bafana is a top team. They need to come back to the front line. I think they're capable of qualifying this group, and he's a guy. He say what he say. I think I think he's right.
And I remember at the last AFCON, Zimbabwe were there. They only won the last game in the group. That game against Guinea, 2-1. You saw Musona scoring there, Mahachi scoring. They celebrated. There was a great moment for them. Even though it was the only win they got in the whole AFCON, they were very excited to get. That's what AFCON is about.
Absolutely. It's going to be exciting. They'll be looking forward to play.
They want to go again.
Okay, absolutely. But I think they will go for us, they will go for Morocco. And
all right.
It'll be exciting.
Let's move on to the next group and see how the group is looking like. And yeah, Group A, we've touched on this group already. That's Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau, and Sao Tome and Mauritius. We can move on to Group B and see what's going on in Group D. And Group D is aptly named because Group D is the group of death. I've looked at it and I've seen it and I've assessed it. This one, Solomon.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think Egypt will go through for sure. Guinea, they play good football, so I think it will be Egypt and Guinea.
But in that group, all 4 nations were at the last Africa Cup of Nations. Absolutely. All 4 of them. That one is going to be a group that I'm glad, for me as a South African, I missed out on the opportunity to be in that one. Group B, Ghana, Madagascar, Angola, as well as a Central African Republic. Another COSAFA derby situation.
Yeah, I think... with Ghana and Angola, Madagascar are very tough teams. You know, unpredictable. And I think it's going to be the one to look at, to be honest.
Southern African teams, Madagascar, Angola, Central African Republic will be trying to upset things there. But essentially, it looks like the 2 Southern Africans will be really playing it out in that group to qualify. In Group L, the defending champions with Edward Mendy in goal, that solid defense, Benin, Mozambique, and Rwanda. It's a great battle for the other 3 places.
There is no easy game, but I think it's easy for Senegal.
Yeah, that one, no.
They are the champion.
We can't pay you for that.
So they have to go through.
What about the others?
I think Benin, Mozambique, Rwanda is 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
Anyone can make it there.
Yeah.
That's what we love about the draw. That's what we love about African football. We love it that anybody is capable of making it through to the Africa Cup of Nations. And we will be watching every single one of those encounters. They begin the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations 2023 qualifiers with the match day on the first for the first match on the 30th of May. And that is not long away. The coaches will be busy already looking for tapes, Lucas, looking to see how they can plan.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be very crucial to do that because some of the teams here, we think they're small teams, but they're not. They're unpredictable. Those are the teams that can cause upsets. You know, look at Comoros in the last one. It surprised everyone, you know. And this is good. I think there will be a surprise in this one as well.
Solomon, welcome us to Cote d'Ivoire. It's your home country. Give us that welcome. We're all planning to be there, but only 24 of us can make it.
I think it will be a great African Cup because we know how to host, this kind of competition. So I'm looking forward. I'm excited about it. I think all the team will make there in Ivory Coast will feel at home.
All right, thank you very much to the 2 gentlemen here, Lucas as well as Solomon, legends of African football. Thank you, Africa, for joining us as far as the draw was concerned today. We cannot wait to make a journey to Cote d'Ivoire. Hopefully your nation makes it through. Thank you for being with us. I'm Thomas Mlambo, and good night. Sleep tight.